It hasn't been the best year for us for the dog of the night play, but luckily we were able to cash our UFC 310 dog of the night as we had Doo Ho Choi go out there and have a very great performance against Nate the Train Landwehr, butchering him over the course of about 12 minutes before he eventually found that finish in the third round. Very feel-good story, especially considering all the layoffs and all the issues that he's been having over the last 8 years. But for him to cash for us as the plus 122 underdog, very happy about that. Now, that brings our yearly dog of the night record to 48-86 for a minus 14.12 unit deficit and a minus 10% ROI. Yuck, right? Just absolutely atrocious. It does not look like we're going to be able to end in the green for 2024 for the dog of the night play. I'm going to stay the course. I'm not going to chase anything crazy with the last several events that we got left, not just the UFC, but the regional events that I cover as well. So yeah, let's see at least if we can end out in the green for December itself. So I got 3 dog of the night candidates here for you guys for the UFC Tampa card. Only one of them can be the official dog of the night play. Remember, it could be either a money line or a total. I have a combination of the two here for these 3 candidates. So let's get right into it. First candidate up is going to be Davey Grant, coming in at plus 110 as he goes up against rising prospect in Ramon Tavares, who actually is from the neck of the woods down there, Tampa, Jacksonville area. This fight should largely play out in the striking realm, and I do believe that Davey Grant will initiate plenty of pocket exchanges between the two, and Tavares could have some early success. However, he is going up against a guy in Davey Grant who has never been knocked out and showcases tremendous durability every single time. I expect Grant to deal with that early adversity and eventually start to come on strong in the second and third rounds, where I think he can actually pull off a knockout victory. Both of the losses on Tavares' record have come by knockout. Say what you want about the second one, which came by controversial stoppage, but may have led to a stoppage nonetheless. But I think Grant has that sneaky, lanky, unorthodox power that he can land on Ramon Tavares, and I think he'll be able to put him away here. So I like him as the first dog of the night candidate. The second dog of the night candidate is going to be Ottman Azaitar, coming in at plus 170. I get why he's the underdog here, and he rightfully so should be the underdog to a much more technical and better overall fighter in Michael Johnson. However, the fight IQ and durability of Michael Johnson has been a very big question mark, which has led to him having a near 500 record over the course of his career. I believe that he's going to fall to that once again here as Azaitar crashes the pocket recklessly, and I think he'll be able to land those big shots on Johnson and eventually put him out. The line that I really like the most actually is Ottman Azaitar to win in round 1 by knockout at plus 650. That line probably will take some action by the time the fight actually goes down, but taking Azaitar straight up as an underdog here at plus 170 and hoping that he can land that knockout shot, worth a consideration as a dog of the night play. The third and final dog of the night candidate is going to be the Navajo Sterling and Tuco Tokos fight to go under 1.5 rounds at plus 110. I believe that Sterling has a tremendous striking advantage here over Tokos, who I believe has been largely overrated, and that is thanks in part to a lot of his training partners over there at Killcliff FC, specifically Brendan Allen, who's been tooting his horn for a while. But every time Tokos gets a big opportunity, whether it's through Bellator or the road to UFC or even his last performance in the UFC, he ends up coming up short pretty badly, and I expect it to hold up once again as he takes on undefeated prospect and dangerous striker Navajo Sterling. Look for him to get this finish within the first 5 minutes, I think, for sure within the first round, but the under 1.5 is plus money, so we might as well take those extra 2.5 minutes if we need it. There you guys go. Top 3 dog of the night candidates for UFC Tampa. Very much excited for this last UFC card of the year. Again, there is plenty of MMA still to go down for the ending of 2024. Again, I will be covering the PFL Europe card as well, so stay tuned for that breakdown later on this week. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for that breakdown, as well as the quick picks version of the UFC Tampa breakdown. See you guys then. Peace.